Now the most intriguing 2 minutes in television, the latest from the wartime grapevine. Palestinian President Yasser Arafat is said to have been, quote, boiling inside after being excluded from yesterday's meeting between President Bush, Palestinian Prime Minister Mahmoud Abbas, and other key Arab leaders. Meetings that continue today. A source described by the New York Daily News as a Palestinian insider says Arafat, watching TV from inside his West Bank office, was infuriated at seeing Mrs. Bush and Abbas shake hands. In addition, the source says that during the summit, Arafat was working the phones to make sure Abbas was pushing Arafat's agenda. And the buzz inside some Democratic circles is that former President Bill Clinton is seriously considering a run for governor of New York, a move at least one New Yorker says is sure to anger current Democratic frontrunners, such as New York Attorney General Eliot Spitzer and even New York Senator Charles Schumer. When called by phone to confirm or deny Mr. Clinton's go for governor, his press office could be heard in the background bickering over how to respond. They eventually opted to call us back, which they have yet to do. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton in her book says that after Mr. Clinton confessed to having an affair with Monica Lewinsky, their marriage was so distant and chilly that their dog Buddy was the only member of the family willing to keep the president company. But former Clinton presidential aide and Hillary ally Sidney Blumenthal tells a different story in his new book. Blumenthal writes that he spoke to the Clintons by phone the night of the president's grand jury testimony. This was only days after the president's confession to his wife, and Blumenthal says that afterwards, as he talked to others who were in the room with the first couple, that he could, quote, hear the president and Hillary bantering in the background, and that it was clear to him that, quote, they were still working as a team, end quote. New York State Supreme Court Judge Donna Mills, arrested last year after crashing her Rolls-Royce while, quote, driving while intoxicated, is now saying she was arrested only because she is black. Though the arresting officer tells the New York Post that Mills was, quote, slumped over the steering wheel, incoherent, and could not respond. Mills' lawyer says that New York's miserable history of dealing with white police officers and black defenders shows, quote, there is racial prejudice.